Welcome back, part 2 of the video out of Skye. Our second night in the island and we stopped in a little shepherd's hut in Torren. Shepherd wasn't there, but it was cosy, it was nice and warm and it had its own little private beach too. So the next morning we got up, pumped the paddleboards up and headed down to the beach. Only my second time on a paddleboard and I really did not want to fall in that water. It was Baltic. Just walking into the water to get on the paddleboard hurt my feet. And the last thing I wanted to do was go in that water. There was also a gang of seals circling the boards, acting like they were friendly, but they blatantly were just there to see me fall off the board. I knew it, they knew I knew it, but luckily I was able to stay on the board, keep my cool, and get to the end of the paddle without getting wet. And then we headed over to Portree for some breakfast and a coffee. Big shout out to the Highland cow shop. Great coffee, and the couple who owned it were just like the friendliest people in the world. Definitely worth a visit if you're on the Isle of Skye in Portree. Once we had our caffeine fix, we got back in the van and we headed over to the old man of Storr. He was out, but we did manage to find a really cool looking mountain thing. Although busy at the car park, we'd nailed it with the tourist season. There wasn't many people around as you got further up, and once you got to the actual old man of Storr, there was nobody there. We managed to climb right up, so we could just take in the views, relax, and it felt like we had the whole place to ourselves. It was pretty amazing. After we had seen the old man of Storr, we then headed to Talisker, where my favourite whiskey is made. A really impressive place, really cool setup. We could have spent a lot longer there. They did tours, whiskey tasting, but we decided to buy some whiskey and take it home for the tasting. That night we drove from the Isle of Skye back to Fort William, a place called Speenbridge, about 10 minutes out of Fort William, at this little apartment. It was perfect for wanting to be out of the way but close to Fort William, very close to Ben Nevis. I think it was about a 15-minute drive to Ben Nevis. We stayed here for 2 nights, so we had our supper and then set off in the morning for a nice early start to Ben Nevis. Very nice little place. We found this on Airbnb, very reasonable for where it's located. The only negative is it was like a greenhouse, absolutely red hot. Could definitely do with some aircon, even in the winter, but still highly recommended. Next morning we were up and out, heading up to Ben Nevis. I wanted to do this for about 3 years in a row, and bad weather has stopped me each time. Same with Isle of Skye, but we'd just been blessed with good weather for this week. We were really confident we were going to get a clear view at the top. We took the tourist route, which is a very easy, straightforward route to take, pretty safe, but it is still a very, very big mountain. I recommend definitely planning and making sure you have the right equipment, right gear, plenty of layers, plenty of water, and everything else you might need in case you end up getting caught up in bad weather. Although it looked very friendly and a very nice place, it was obvious that if it flexed its muscles and it wanted to blow you off the side of that mountain, it could do quite easily. Still plenty of snow at the top, and still very, very cold at the top, even in perfect conditions. We decided to have dinner on the summit. We had our fire pot, chili con carne and spaghetti bolognese, huddled behind a wall. It was freezing up there, even in good conditions. After taking in the views, we decided to make our way back down. Ben Nevis, the summit of Ben Nevis, it's incredible. We were really, really lucky to have been up there and got to take in the views in good conditions. I've got to say though, the Black Cullen Ridge, the Isle of Skye, the summit we did there was a whole different level. Still, taking nothing away from Ben Nevis, it's an incredible mountain, one off the bucket list and highly recommended. For our last night, we drove into the Cairngorms and we just purposely got lost in the van. We found somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We took our barbecue, we had our hot chocolate, and we just took in the last little bit of Scotland. 6 nights gone in a flash. Nowhere near enough time to take it all in, and we're already planning out for our next trip. I hope this video has given you some kind of insight if you are planning to make the journey up to Skye and the Western Highlands. It truly is a stunning place and very much worth the journey. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and please think about pressing the like and subscribe button. It really does help me grow the channel, and I will see you in the next one.